Good morning, students. In previous classes, we learned various topics in principles of inheritance and variation, 12th standard, chapter 5, like law of dominance, law of segregations, incomplete dominance and codominance, and the human blood group system. Now, inheritance of two genes. Normally, we know monohybrid cross. In monohybrid cross, we learn inheritance of one gene. One gene means Mendel. Actually, codominance and incomplete dominance is actually a deviation from the Mendel. Codominance and incomplete dominance is deviation from the Mendel, but in next one, that is inheritance of two genes, is actually a Mendel cross. Same, John Mendel, the father of genetics, formulated the cross in garden pea plant. In now, the Mendel take two characters. For example, two characters means, for example, stem height one character and seed shape another one character. In monohybrid cross, individually stem height one cross and seed shape another one cross. But in inheritance of two genes, normally if height of the plant is controlled by one gene and shape of the seed is controlled by another one gene. Both the genes how is inherited from one generation to next generation. So, the concept is inheritance of two genes. Due to this inheritance of two genes, Mendel formulated one law, that is law of independent assortment. How the inheritance of two genes, how he formulated the law of independent assortment. To take on an example. Okay, first we take an example like height and the seed shape. Normally, you know the height. How many characters, how many versions are in the height? So, normally you know height means tall, stem height. We take stem height is actually one character. Stem height one character, that is tall, capital T, a dominant version, and the small t, recessive version. And seed shape we taken another character. Seed shape means a round seed is dominant trait and the wrinkled seed is recessive trait. Dominant stem height is capital T and the recessive is small t, and seed shape dominant is capital R and the recessive is small r. So, this character for the inheritance of two genes we are taking. For example, I give another examples also. First, with the use of these two characters, how the dihybrid crosses are taking place, how the phenotypic and genotypic of the dihybrid cross. Okay, yes. In this cross, we take two characters. One is stem height of pea plant and another one is seed shape, another one character. Okay. Then the dihybrid cross. Listen. Stem height capital T and both the characters in one generation. Seed shape. Stem height tall pea plant with round seeds. Tall pea plant with round seeds and dwarf pea plant with wrinkled seeds. Here dwarf pea plant with wrinkled seeds. Dwarf pea plant with the wrinkled seeds. Okay. Tall pea plant with round seeds and the dwarf pea plant with the wrinkled seeds. Actually, this is parents. Same like monohybrid cross. Already studied in monohybrid cross in the last part. The same like, but in dihybrid cross, in a single cross we take two characters. In monohybrid cross only one character, that is tall versus dwarf. Here tall pea plant with round seeds and the dwarf pea plant with wrinkled seeds. So, at a time we take two characters for the cross. Okay. Then tall pea plant and round seeds producing gamete. Normally you know gamete contain all the genes, one of the genes in the parents. For example, the parent contain two version of genes, tallness is controlled by capital T and the roundness of seeds is controlled by capital R. So, both the characters are in the gametes. Example, capital T and capital R. Here small t, small r. Okay. Here also dwarf plant with wrinkled seed. Dwarf plant contain two versions of genes, that is small t, and the wrinkled seeds is small r, not W, we take R. As per the rule, we take dominant letters means the same alternate version is recessive with the small letters of the particular letter. Not take dwarf means capital D and wrinkled means W. It is actually wrong. As per the rule, we take same letters in small form. Okay. Yes, this is actually what gamete. You put round for the gamete for easy identification. Okay. You put the cross, normally capital T, small t, capital R, small r. This is normal character. So, in F1 only some students make mistakes. Capital T is segregated with the small t separately and the capital R and the small r. This is actually what F1 generation. F1 means filial one generation. Filial means progeny. So, this plant out characters are tall with round. Tall plant with round. Okay, tall plant with round, because this is homozygous tall and round. This is homozygous dwarf and wrinkled. Here heterozygous. Homozygous means all the same, means homozygous. Same means homozygous. Here is different. That is double heterozygous. Double heterozygous means capital T, small t and capital R, small r. Capital T, capital R, small r means that is single heterozygous. Here both the characters are different version. So, that is heterozygous. Here heterozygous tall round. So, as per the rule in monohybrid cross, tall plant and the dwarf plant and the tall only is expressed. Same like in dihybrid cross also, tall plant with round seeds only expressed in the F1 generation. So, dwarf and wrinkled is not expressed. So, which one is dominant from the two? Tall and round is dominant, because tall round only expressed in the F1 generation. Dominance means is nothing but which trait or which character are expressed in F1 generation. The trait is said to be dominant trait. Here tall and round and dwarf and wrinkled two parents, only tall and round is expressed in F1 generation. So, tall and round is a dominant and dwarf and wrinkled is not expressed. So, dwarf and wrinkled is recessive character. Okay. In this class, in the dihybrid class, not monohybrid, is a dihybrid class, because we take two characters for the class. In dihybrid class, F1 is same like tall and round is expressed like monohybrid class. Actually, dihybrid class is nothing but combination of two monohybrid class. Okay. Yes. The same flower self-pollinated, same capital R, small r. This is self-pollination. For identification of generation of F2, we follow the self-pollination. Okay. So, here simple logic for the gamete formation from F1 for the F2 generation, clearly with the use of mind, same like like monohybrid class, capital T, capital R, one gamete. Capital first one is third one, capital T, capital R, one gamete. Then the first one, fourth one, capital T small r is another one gamete, and the small t capital R is another one gamete, and the small t small r. In monohybrid calls also same like we done. So, same in our mind. So, first one is third one, capital T capital R, and capital T probability. Actually, the gamete is only 4 types of gametes are produced in the particular phenotypic plant. In probability, maybe capital T capital R 25% gametes are produced. In capital T small r 25% gametes are produced. In the small t capital R 25% of gamete are produced, and in the small t small r 25% of the gamete is produced. So, actually is a probability. This way many gametes are produced in the F1 generation. The same plant only, same character. So, gamete also same, capital T capital R, one gamete. So, one plant is considered as a female and one plant is considered as a male, anyone. We use pollen grain for this plant and use the stigma, a style and ovary for the particular plant. Here capital T capital R, and the next gamete is capital T small r, and the third one is small t capital R and one small t small r. Okay. 4 different types of gametes are formed. What is this? This is gamete. So, actually dihybrid class in your board exam maybe 5 mark level may questions come. So, prepare thoroughly. Sometimes it is in 5 mark. So, 5 marks means it is a part for the dihybrid class 3 marks for explanation of the dihybrid class plus the law begin the dihybrid class, that is law of independent assortment. I explain in future. Then this law of independent assortment with the cross is actually in 5 mark questions. Okay. So, listen. So, normally with the use of arrow also we join and fertilize the male and female gamete, but with the use of Punnett square also we deal the particular. We make a Punnett square because the 4 into 4 is slightly difficult. So, we make Punnett square. Punnett square means what? The square which is formed by the Reginald C. Punnett with easy identification or easy cross. So, 4 because 4 gametes are produced. So, 4 into 4 16 boxes needed. Okay, that is 16 boxes reader. Slowly draw. Okay, it's actually Punnett square. It's actually what is this is F2 generation. F2 generation. The one side is using one type of gametes from the one parent, that is male or female parent. One side use another type of parent. So, for the space, so don't have a space. So, rub the particular gametes. Okay, here also. Capital T, capital R, and capital T small r, small t capital R, and small t small r. The one side is as a male. This is symbol for male, and another one side is used as a female gamete. Same gamete only. So, capital T capital R, capital T small r, small t capital R, and small t small r. Okay. So, we multiply or the male or female gamete fused with the male gamete. Male gamete means what? That is pollen grain. Inside the pollen grain only male gamete are present, and the female gamete means egg. Inside the ovule, egg is present. So, we fertilize the male gamete and the female gamete, form a F2 generation. This is actually F2 generation. Capital T here one male gamete fused with the female gamete means the F2 generation has capital T, capital R. Okay, then one male gamete, another one female gamete. We are crossing the one male gamete to another female gamete. Capital T, capital R, small r. Normally caps only in dominant, so we put first. As small letters is recessive in the parent also, so we put in the second. Then one male gamete fuses with another female gamete. What? Capital T, small t, capital R. Here capital T, small t, capital R, small r. Okay, then capital T, capital R, small r. Here capital T, small r. Then capital T, small t, capital R, small r. Then capital T, small r. One female gamete fused with one male gamete form a F2 generation. So, here this is capital T, small t, capital R. Here capital T, small t, capital R, small r. Here small t, small r. Then small t, capital R, small r. Then capital T, small t, capital R, small r. Here capital T, small r. Then male gamete and the female gamete fuses to form a embryo and zygote, and then zygote and embryo, then the next generation will come. Small t, capital R, small r. And small t, small r. Okay. This way you cross one male gamete fused with another female gamete, the F2 generation are produced. How many plants are produced in this cross? Totally 16. 4 into 4 square, 16 plants are produced totally in different phenotypes and different genotypes. For example, capital T, capital R means what? Tall and round. Okay, that is small t and small r means dwarf and wrinkled. Use this dwarf and wrinkled. Okay, one dominant character is expressed means actually this one capital T, one capital R means it expressing the tall and round only. One capital letters or one dominant trait is expressed, one gene are present means the character are expressed in only dominant version, not a recessive version. Okay, N. Then the phenotypic ratio of F2 generation is actually phenotypic ratio. Phenotypic ratio of F2 generation. Phenotypic ratio of F2 generation. F2 generation means what? Normally, how many phenotypes are present? Start from here. Okay, like L-shaped we move. Like L-shaped we move. We generally know the characters. So first character what's? This is tall and round. Phenotypically, maybe genetically is different from the second one, but morphologically the plant also tall round. This plant also tall round. Actually, this plant also tall round because one caps letter is expressed to mean the plant is said to be a dominant. Both the letters are small only, it expressed the recessive character. Okay, listen. What is this? tall, round. So, first we take a tall round as a phenotypic character, tall round, tall round. Okay. Tall round means what? This is actually a tall round. How many tall round are present in the 16 particular box? This is tall round, this is tall round, tall round. Well, genetically is different, but in genotypic we considered. But in phenotypically, externally, morphologically, only the plant also producing tall round seeds and tall plant with round seeds. Here also tall plant with round seeds. Here also tall plant with round seeds. So, tall plant which producing round seeds, how many? So, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5 is not 6. Here not 7, 8 is not 9. So, this is actually all are dwarf. So, tall round means one capital T and one capital R is enough for expressing the tallness and the round character. So, one capital T, one capital R is enough for expressing the tall plant as well as in round seeds. So, totally tall plant with round seeds how many? So, 9. Okay. The next character. For our identification, we put a small tick mark. These are all already noted. So, for our convenience only, in your board exam, for put tick mark, then afterwards you strike, you erase all the things. So, next character is already is produced. Then here, what is this? Tall plant with ringled seeds. Smaller means it expresses the ringled. So, here capital T means it is expressing the tall. So, this plant is tall and ringled, smaller here, this is ringled. So, this is tall plant with ringled seeds. The next character we take tall plant with ringled seeds. Tall plant with wrinkled seeds. Tall plant with wrinkled seeds. Listen. So, tall plant with wrinkled seeds how many? 1. We put another type of symbol for easy identification. Tall plant with wrinkled seeds, here already mentioned. Here tall plant with wrinkled, because 1 is dominant. Capital T is presenting means it expressing the tallness, small r it is expressing the wrinkled. So, tall plant with the wrinkled, here already present the here tall plant with the wrinkled. These are all dwarf. So, tall plant with wrinkled 1, 2 and 3. So, tall plant with wrinkled seeds is 3 out of 16. Then the next character here. So, on the same line take this is dwarf plant, dwarf here, dwarf plant and round seeds. Capital R means it expressing the round, small t means it expressing the dwarf. Okay, here dwarf plant with round seeds. You put another one. This is dwarf plant with round seeds. Dwarf plant with the round seeds. Dwarf plant with round seeds how many? 1 here. Dwarf plant with round seeds, here also dwarf plant with round seeds. So, how many? Here also 3 out of 16. Totally 16 plants are produced. In 16, 3 plants are dwarf and round. So, all are finished. So, we counted all the things. Then here the last one, dwarf plant with wrinkled, dwarf plant with wrinkled seeds. How many? Only 1. So, dwarf plant with wrinkled seed only 1. Okay. For our convenience only we put symbols. So, after we counting all things, we erase the symbol. Okay. So, how many plants are produced? How many types of plants are produced? How many phenotypes are available in the F2 generation in a dihybrid caste? Totally 4 phenotypes. So, total plants is 16, but variety tall plant round seeds one variety, and dwarf tall with wrinkled another one variety, dwarf with round one variety, and dwarf with wrinkled another one variety. Totally 4 type of characters are expressed, 4 phenotypic characters are expressed in F2 generation of dihybrid cross. So, in question maybe in NEET examination or maybe in your board examination also, how many phenotypically character, how many phenotype are produced in F2 generation of dihybrid caste means 4 phenotype characters are produced, but numbers means is actually 16, but how many types of phenotype are produced means normally 4 types of phenotypes are expressed in the F2 generation. Okay. So, next one is genotypic expression, a genotypic ratio of F2 generation. Okay. You copied this one. So, copy your classwork. So, this phenotypic ratio of F2 generation. Okay. If copied means erase, because the genotypic ratio of F2 generation is more as compared to the phenotypic. So, I need some space, just copy, within 1 minute I erase all the things. Okay. Phenotypic ratio of F2 generation means 9:3:3:1. Then genotypic ratio of F2 generation. How genotypes, how characters or what are all the characters are expressed in F2 generation. The next one is genotypic. Genotypic ratio of F2 generation. Genotypic means we count each all the things genetically similar here. Capital T, capital T, capital R, capital R. This is actually homozygous tall and the homozygous round. Here homozygous tall and the heterozygous round. So, same like we considered every characters in the 16 plants. So, all the genotypic example here, the morphologically this plant producing tall and round, here also the plant producing tall and round, but genetically is different. Genetically means here listen, here capital T, capital T, capital R, here capital T, capital R, small r. So, the both the plants are expressing the tallness and the roundness, tall and round, but genetically is different from the other plant. Here the first one is homozygous tall and homozygous round, and the second one is homozygous tall and here heterozygous round. Homozygous is nothing but both the letters are similar means homozygous, and both the letters is different means is heterozygous. Here double homozygous, here one homozygous, one heterozygous, actually is called as heterozygous. Okay. This way one by one we count. Okay. Listen, that is the genotypic ratio of F2 generation. The first character from here. So, actually from here we counting L shaped, first L, then the second L and the third L. So, only in L shaped we counting means the ratio is similar to the our NCERT book. Suppose you are counting differently means maybe the ratio is similar, but arrangement of ratios may differ. So, it's you count genotypic in L like shape. First you finish first L, then you finish second L, and then you finish third L, and the inverted L, and the last one here. Okay. So first here, what is this? Homozygous tall and homozygous round, or maybe the characters and the particular letters we use. Capital T, capital T, capital R, capital R. Capital T, capital T, capital R, capital R. How many? Capital T, capital T, capital R, capital R. Here this is different. Different. Here also different. So only one plant, capital T, and capital R, capital R. Okay. For our consideration, we strike out. Afterwards, you put pencil, and afterwards you counting all the things, you erase it a particular pencil in the eraser. Okay. For our convenience only, we put cross. So we considered, we taken for the F2 generation ratio. So we strike out. Capital T, capital R, capital R. So how many? Capital T, capital R, capital R? 1. And capital T, capital R, small r. Capital T, capital R, small r means how many? Here homozygous tall, heterozygous round. Here homozygous tall, heterozygous round. How many? 1 and 2. Okay, 2 plants are the same genetic makeup. Then capital T, capital R, small r. How many? 2. Okay, we considered. Then I pointed out only use L shaped counting. So here capital T, small t, this is heterozygous tall, homozygous round. Heterozygous tall, homozygous round. The both the characters are similar. Listen, capital T, capital R, small r. Here also capital T, capital R, small r. Strike it out. Capital T, small t, and capital R, capital R. How many? 1 and 2. This is 2. Then consider the next one. Here what? Heterozygous tall and heterozygous round. Heterozygous tall and heterozygous round. Here also heterozygous tall and heterozygous round. So how many? Let's take heterozygous tall, heterozygous round. Here 1. Listen, capital T, capital R, small r. 1, 2. Capital T, capital R, small r. 3. Here capital T, capital R, small r. 4. So totally 4 characters are expressed. So 4 characters means 4. Okay. Then this one we put L shaped. Already these are all over. Then here capital T, small r. Capital T, small r. Here tall plant with ringled seeds. Small r means what? Ringled seeds. You compare with the parents. Here capital T, small r. 1. Anything? No. So only 1. Capital T and small r, only 1. Then next one. Already all finished. The next one, capital T, small r. This is heterozygous round and homozygous ringled. Heterozygous means different letters, that is heterozygous, and here homozygous ringled, because small r means ringled. Then heterozygous tall and homozygous ringled. 1. Here 2. Listen. 2. Heterozygous tall and homozygous ringled. 2. Next one. Small t, small r. Small t, smaller, how many? Only one. This is homozygous dwarf, homozygous round. So, small t, smaller, how many? Only one out of 16. Then next one, small t, capital R, smaller, small t, capital R, smaller, both are same. So, next one is small t, capital R, smaller, how many? Totally 2. And the last one is small t, smaller, 1. Okay. So, all are finished. So, this is a genotypic ratio of F2 generation. Tall, homozygous tall, homozygous round 1, homozygous tall, heterozygous round 2, and heterozygous tall, homozygous round is 2, heterozygous tall, heterozygous round is 4, and homozygous tall, homozygous ringled is 1, and heterozygous tall and homozygous ringled is 2, homozygous dwarf, small t mean dwarf, and homozygous round, dwarf and round is 1, homozygous dwarf and heterozygous round is 2, and here homozygous dwarf, homozygous ringled 1. So, total ratio 1 2 2 4 1 2 1 2 1. So, genotypic ratio of F2 generation in dihybrid class means 1 2 2 4, 1 is to 2 is to 2 is to 4, and 1 2 1 2 1. Okay, 1 2 2 4, 1 2 1 2 1, 1 2 2 4, 1 2 1 2 1. Okay, so actually this is only dihybrid cross. In question, how they are asking, work out a cross between tall pea plant with round seeds and dwarf pea plant with ringled seeds and show the phenotypic and the genotypic ratio of F2 generation. This way questions are asked. Work out a cross between tall pea plant with round seeds and the dwarf pea plant with ringled seeds. Work out a cross and show the phenotypic ratio what? 9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1. And what is genotypic ratio? 1 is to 2 is to 2 is to 4, 1 is to 2 is to 1 is to 2 is to 1. Okay. So, 1 2 2 4, 1 2 1 2 1. So, this is a genotypic ratio of F2 generation. So, you put all the things from tall round to all the things like parents we mentioned, gametes also put round, and F1 generation filial generation, and the gamete already erased, and F2 generation, and the phenotypic ratio of F2 generation, and the genotypic ratio of F2 generation. Due to space not availability, so we strike it on the phenotypic and the gametes also, we put all the things. Okay. This is actually dihybrid cross. Okay. Yes.